So there's an 8-foot wide hole in my roof. It's Monday today. It's been like that since Friday. So nice little waterfall and pond feature going on upstairs here. But I'm told, you know, it's just water. It'll dry out. So yeah, not going to worry too much. Hopefully they come tomorrow and fill that hole. So I think what I'll do today is a bit of sanding, maybe even some staining on this gorgeous beam that I've got up here in the vestry area. I'll show you this. So you see that beautiful 21-foot piece of spruce? I think it's 6 inches by 12 inches. I think that's the size it was. But that's all rough cut lumber, so I'm gonna have to get up there with the sander and just get it all nice and smooth before I can stain it and then seal it. And you can see it's a really bright sunny day today, so I should be able to see what I'm doing. We've got maybe 4 hours of daylight left, so I better crack on, get it done. And the reason why I wanted to get this done today is also because the guys who put this big beam up for me have left the staging here, and I don't know how long that's going to be here for, so it's quite convenient for me to just safely, well, relatively safely, just get up there and use this staging while I can, at least just for one side. I guess on the other side I'll have to get up there with a ladder because the staging is on that side of it and it's too tall to get underneath, but you know, that'll get me a good start and then I'll finish it from this side with a ladder.
And so began many hours of mindless sanding. The reason I wanted to get this done now is because I knew it would be a much dirtier job if I left it until after the drywall. But unfortunately, I'd lost my earmuffs that had a built-in radio, so the boredom factor was rather high with this job. But after many hours of tedium, I finally managed to get this gorgeous beam lovely and smooth and ready for a chocolatey stain.
I know you can't tell from here, but that's a nice smooth beam now on all 3 sides. But it's getting dark. We're going to lose all the sunlight pretty soon. I mean, I can feel my way around it, but I'd rather be able to see it as well. So I think what I'll do, that's the tarp, if you're wondering what that noise is up there. I think what I'll do is call it quits for today, and then come back tomorrow when it's a bit brighter, and then I'll finish it off, and then I'll seal it, and then stain it tomorrow. Alright, so it's a few days later. I've come back to finish this off, and we've had a major storm, lots of rain, and this new door that we put in here, I was just coming in through this door and I noticed all this water down here completely soaked. I'm trying to trace it back to its origin, and it doesn't look like it came from higher up, so I think it came from the sill here, just the bottom of this door, because there's so much water on the door. It's just been lashed on there with the rain, dropped to the bottom and then just soaked in under there. So have a look at this. I'm gonna have to do some kind of improvement or upgrade.
Well, I'll tell you now what the upgrade was, and this little nugget might just save you thousands of dollars, because the mistake I made was buying an in-swing door. So if you're installing an external door, always make sure you buy an outswing if you can get away with it. I learned this the hard way, and it cost me dearly. Anyway, let's do some pre-stain.
Yeah, I really wish I'd purchased a bigger brush. In fact, I don't know, this was just in my toolbox, just an old brush. Tiny little skinny thing that I'm gonna have to do all that with. I should have got a roller and some proper gear, but well, this is what I've got, so I better just crack on.
Now, I think I deserve some sort of award for painting and filming myself while up a ladder. So if it looks like I'm a bit of a clumsy oaf, well I am, but doing this one-handed is not easy. And come on, you can't tell me that isn't extremely satisfying to watch. I mean, just look at that stroke in action. You love it, don't you? Now, as tedious as the sanding was, this part of the job was actually extremely satisfying, because there's nothing quite like a beautification job halfway through, but just wait till that stain goes on.
Alright, that's it. My beam is done. I've sealed the whole thing. Didn't take as long as I thought. Took about, 35 minutes, wasn't too bad. So now I just gotta wait for that to set, which I'll just give it till tomorrow, and then I could stain it so that the stain doesn't just disappear like a sponge into the wood. This sealant will just keep the stain just kind of on the top of the wood a little bit. It won't waste so much. And then I guess after that, I'll give it a coat of lacquer and it's done. It's getting dark so early now. I'm looking out the window and it's only 3:30 p.m. and I can already see that the clouds are kind of lighting up as if there's a bit of a sunset going on. I think it'll be completely dark by about 4:45 p.m. So we don't get much daylight here in the winter. It kind of reminds me of my days living in the UK. Now I've just got to clean my brush, but I totally forgot to get some kind of container for this paint thinner that I'm going to use to clean my brush. So I figured I'd just use this old ugly lampshade, this glass lampshade that was hanging from the roof. Actually, there's still a few more. There's 2 of those hanging from the roof there, because we're not going to use them, so might as well use it as a bowl. Now here's a trick I just want to show you from an old painter and decorator buddy of mine. He showed me how to get rid of all this excess in your brush, because when I did it before in front of him, I was cleaning it with cloths and paper towels and he just laughed at me. He said, "This is how you do it, I'll show you." So there you go, pro tip. Oh, look at that light, absolutely gorgeous. 3:30 in the afternoon. It's crazy. I should be out shooting sunset instead of doing this bollocks.
The next day, Amanda finally got up the ladder for the easy bit.
As he's watching me, he's going, "I can't wait to take over."
No, I want you to do the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, you don't need to do that 2x4 on the top.
Yeah,
though.
I just kind of missed. Smells great. A bit dizzy, actually. So if I just kept adding coat after coat, would it get darker?
It would. It would build up. That's why it just needs one coat. Because you can already see it, it's kind of almost the same tone as the other stuff that's originally there. And then I think once we've got the varnish on it, it should give it that slightly more yellow.
It'll look like that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave that bit for you.
Alright.
After a while, Amanda decided to take on a supervisor role.
Oh, it's smelling better by the second in here. Is that a problem if I like the smell?
No, as long as you don't put it in a plastic bag and start inhaling it, I think you're alright. That's what they used to do when I was in school.
Really?
In the 1980s, yeah, glue sniffing was a big thing, and you'd go out, let's say you're out on the football field and you're just chilling out near some trees, you'd look over and there'd be these bags full of glue.
Really?
Yeah, I think it actually gives you brain damage. I think it's really bad. And that was the thing in the 80s. I don't know if they're still doing it now. I don't know if you drug addicts still do that kind of thing, but yeah.
I wonder if I did that and I just can't remember.
I think you did.
Hey! I think you're right. Well, I did used to smell those smelly markers and suck on them.
What? You sucked on a magic marker?
Yeah, because they smelled so good, I thought they would taste good too.
Well, did it?
No, and then my mouth would be that color. And then that became an addiction.
How old were you when you got your magic marker addiction?
I don't want to say. 4 years ago.
No! Can you see any brush strokes?
No, it looks good.
Oh, the chocolatey goodness. Look at that. You are just loving this right now, aren't you? Let me just remind you that you are literally watching paint dry. Thumbs up if you're enjoying it.
well, it's not a perfect match, but it's pretty close. So I'm hoping that once that's dried, it's gone a little bit paler, and then I've added the lacquer. I'm hoping it just gives it a slightly more yellowy look, which will match the original timbers. And like I said before, I'm not really, if I was to build this place from scratch, I probably wouldn't have gone for that colour. I like my timber work to be a bit lighter in colour. But because there's so much of it, you know, this is why I bought the church. You know, I love this old look. I figured anything new we put in really has to match the old stuff. So that is the hope. I won't really know until I get that lacquer on there, but I'm pretty hopeful. What do you think?
Now, do you guys remember the horror show up in the attic? Yeah, well, it still needs dealing with, and I have been dreading this job for quite some time.
Right, so I'm back up in the attic. I don't think I've shown you this place since that very first video. And my purpose today is to basically spray all of this guano that you can see. It's everywhere. I mean, it's on all of the timbers. It's piled high on the floor. It is disgusting. And guano is highly toxic. There's a fungus that lives in guano. I forget what the name, but I'll put it up here on screen. And that can make you quite ill. So we want to move all of this. Look at this soiled insulation. Oof. But before I do that, you know, because as soon as I do that, the dust is just going to be horrendous. So I've got to get a full hazmat suit, probably some sort of air supply mask, all that, fully sealed up. But before that, what I've got this bleach. I don't know if you see that. I've got this bleach and water mix, which is supposed to kill the fungus that's in this guano. So the idea is, if it does get all dusted up and the dust is airborne, if you breathe it in, it'll be hopefully at least less toxic. I don't plan on breathing any of it in. So that's what I'm going to do now. I've got this spray bottle. I'm just going to spray the whole thing down and hopefully kill that fungus, if indeed it's still existing in the guano, but it probably is, so that when we remove it, it's not too bad. I don't think it's going to get rid of the stench, though. This is just to kill a fungus. There are other products out there. I've been researching different compounds for getting rid of the smell, but if you guys have got any experience with this, post a comment and let me know, because I really want to get some sort of real world experience from people that have done this before, because like I said, the smell, it's the urine really. It's in the timbers. It doesn't smell too bad right now because it's just 1 degree. But in the summer, when this gets hot up here, and it gets really hot up here, the stench was horrendous. So I'm going to have to do a lot of work to try and get rid of that stench. But anyway, this is the first step. Spray this bleach and just kind of kill this nasty fungus, hopefully. So before I get spraying, I'm going to put my mask on and then put my spunk deflector on, because you won't want to get it all over your face, would you? And then the other thing about this is, let me show you this. This is so sketchy because if you look in between each one of these studs, or I guess you call them beams that are just holding up the ceiling, all that there is in between these is just that ceiling covering. It's just like it's almost like flooring. So if you put your foot on that, you are going through. That's not too bad where I am right now, but once I'm in that section of the attic, if I fall through the floor there, that's a 25-foot drop, maybe longer. So I really don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna have to go slow, take my time, try not to do anything stupid.
And as foul as this part of the job was, I can tell you that it wasn't the worst. For that, you'll need to watch future episodes of me scooping and bagging all of the batch odds.
Oh man, it's making my eyes sting. I don't want to be in here for much longer. This is quite unpleasant. Almost done. Yeah.
Now I know that some of you are going to whinge about when that next episode comes out, but you've got to understand this is not my day job, so it gets done when it gets done.
Oh, right. I'm glad that is over. That was quite unpleasant. What are my eyes like? They sting like buggery, so I'm guessing they're pretty demonic looking right now. But anyway, that job's done. Nasty job, but someone's got to do it. And I think I might have to go up there another time in about 4 days and repeat it, do 2 applications. And then we should be good. Oh, I just touched my mouth. Oh God. And then we should be done with that, ready for removal, which is going to be a lot more unpleasant than that was, I'll tell you now. I might be able to get some help from someone, but if I can't get them, then it will be me alone in a hazmat suit and a full air supply mask. We shall see. Oh, that looks nice. Look at that. There's my beam. Oh, you're just in time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For what?
To do the second coat, it needs two applications.
What is it?
Yeah, so you want to get up there and...
Okay.
No, I don't mean the stain. I mean the bleach and the guano.
No, we'll wait 4 days, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then I think I'm not feeling well that day.
I'm pretty sure you're not feeling well that day. You sure though? You sure you don't want to?
How'd it go?
That's all done. I don't think it's going to be as bad of a job as we thought it was going to be. No, I think it's going to be okay. It's just, I don't know, this won't get rid of the smell though, so
No.
I've already asked people if they'll post a comment and let me know if they have experience getting rid of that. It's the pee that smells.
Yeah.
So we'll have to use something else for that, but for getting rid of this or killing this fungus, hopefully this does the trick. Now it said 1 part bleach to 20 parts water. I think I might have overdone it because my eyes are stinging like bugger, and it smells like a swimming pool up there. You smell it?
Yeah, it smells good. Well, I can smell paint. I smell a mix of wonderful scent.
Chlorine and paint. So I think we're done here today, are we, love?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and drink some beer.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this much anticipated late episode. If you're feeling charitable, I always appreciate a super thanks, and who knows, it might encourage me to do more of these videos. If you want to see more of what I do for a day job, check out my Photo Tripper channel. Thanks for watching, and Happy New Year.